Hello guys, so the women have come out to say that they are not agreeing with this issue of Ababi and Natasha, how it went, that justice must be served. So the person on my screen is the Tinubu daughter. So she came out and was reacting to this issue of Ababi and Natasha, and then she was saying things about supporting women, that is women supporting women. So you'll be amazed to hear some wonderful things she has to say in support of Natasha, and then I think I would love to get your own views in the comments section box. But to me, I don't think that the judgment was actually a right judgment, because Ababi should also be on suspension now till proven guilty, because right now we don't know if whether he's guilty or not, but all we know that he is still the Senate president. He does not serve any justice. So I think she's right. Just take a look at the video in the middle.
Citizens of Nigeria, my name is Just Adeton. So I've received countless calls, chats, and whatever, and everybody has been saying, Just Adeton, what's your take on Natasha Akpoti and the Senate president? First of all, I don't have a single take on this matter. Rather, I have a stand. A stand for the fact that we are women. A stand for the fact that we must come out publicly to defend ourselves. A stand that as women, as young girls, we must stay firm to protecting our gender. My stand is very straight and simple. That together we bear one name, regardless of our status, regardless of our pedigree, regardless of our position. A woman is a woman, and a mother is a mother. Now, Natasha Akpoti's case affects every single woman out there. And my stand is, no matter what, Natasha was rude. Natasha shouldn't have used this as a baiting. She tried to use the suspense as an instrument to fight. She didn't speak when she needed to speak, and all of that could be right or wrong. But our stand still remains. We will not allow anyone, no matter how big you think you are, to reduce our strength and our commitments as women and mothers in the society. Whether they have the personal vendetta is not the issue. This is not about Natasha. This is about Natasha's gender. And she is a woman like me. There's something that I preach every time. And it's the spirit of togetherness. When something affects one woman, when something affects one child, when something affects one female, it affects every one of us. If then they call woman Olosho, or then they call us Ashawo, they not get particular woman who then they call Ashawo. If they want abuse, say you be Ashawo, then go call you, say you be Ashawo. And as a fellow woman, when you see somebody calling a fellow woman an Ashawo like you, shame they read for our face. If people in high positions will suspend a female on the grounds that she has accused the Senate president of sexual harassment, what you're trying to do is you're trying to drain the battery and the energy of every woman out there to learn to keep quiet in the face of adversary. To learn to keep quiet because of the shame. We would have preferred if the Senate president steps aside as a man who claims that he has four females and who has shamelessly turned the house into a kiss-a-thon and a love-a-thon competition, because the Uduagas come to kiss affectionately in public. Suddenly, the wife of the Senate president has started to render a kiss to show compassion and support to her beloved husband. I don't think you can be a judge in your own case. And the Senate has proven to us that it seems like there's a cult and a cabal going on. It would have been better if Natasha was properly investigated and Natasha was found lying, and then Natasha is punished. Then that would be a shame on womanhood, that you want to use your gender to intimidate or subdue or oppress a fellow man. The narrative in the public space is that Natasha was suspended. I've seen a lot of our adults, women, coming on the media space. If you all claim that you've passed through that institution and you have passed that stage of harassment, what I would have expected of our female adults is to summon Natasha, scold Natasha, explain to her, make her understand that that is an institution of authority, and she's not only representing Kogi, she's representing we women in power, because we're supposed to be more and there are just 4 of them. So Natasha is like a standalone now who has to fight the feminine battle. No, she's not standing alone in this. We are waving our support for a female who has claimed that she was sexually harassed. And we would appreciate if they push further to investigate and come out and tell us that she was guilty, she was telling a lie, rather than trying to intimidate her. Whether both of you have personal issues is none of our interest. According to the Senate president, and Natasha has traveled about 3 times on official assignment afterwards. The timing Natasha said what she said might not be right. The way Natasha said what she said might not be right. The platform Natasha said what she said might not be right. But Natasha is a female, and no woman will come out that she has been clearly harassed, and we will keep quiet. Don't forget, in the same country where we are, our minors are being assaulted on a daily basis. Our women are murdered on a daily basis. And a lot of them cannot come out to talk because of the fear of oppression and intimidation. So if a high-positioned woman comes out to say that she was harassed, and you are trying to subdue and silence her voice, then what is the fate of our young girls? You will not call us weak in the face of our troubles. You cannot shame we women because we already know that we have problems and challenges we're facing because we're females. On that note, we're trying to appeal to the Senate to take a different direction, a turnaround concerning the case of Natasha Akpoti. If not, you might be calling for the war of females. You might be calling for a stand-up of we women, because one woman is all women, and one female is our gender. And we owe an allegiance to stand up anytime, any day, regardless of how big or how small you are. Nobody, no woman deserves to be silenced, and no woman deserves to be intimidated. Thank you all, and we will definitely come out on our next move on this issue. Thank you, fellow Nigerians. Thank you all the women who have come out to support. And to those of you women who have not understood that this is not an individual battle, or a battle against an individual or a person. This is a battle for, against, and in support of we women being oppressed in the face of adversity.
Those of una wey support Senator Natasha, those in support of suspension, those in support of Senate President Akpabio, make una come. I have little information for you. You know one of the reasons why this country, Nigeria, no fit move forward? It is because we as Nigerians, there is no limit to wetin we fit tolerate as bad leadership. There is no nonsense we cannot take from our leaders. Nigerians will be like understanding girlfriend. No matter wetin they do to us, we go understand and we go dey patient. And you know one thing about Nigerian leaders? They go continue to detest your ability to take bad leadership and nonsense. And the more you show them say you are ready to understand without pushing back, the more the situation go get worse. So if you've been thinking say 9th Senate they bad, the 10th one go show you say there's something called worse. If you've been thinking say Buhari bad, the person will go come after Buhari, go tell you say no worry, now maybe they turn fura for Buhari. I go show you, I go deal with you now. If this video too long, I go cut and post part 2 and 3 because I've already posted part 1. You can go and listen to it. And pardon me if I speak too fast. You see this issue in the National Assembly between Senator Natasha and Senator Godswill Akpabio. I don't tell when I say you must look at the bigger picture. That problem is a symptom of a bigger problem. Nigeria, we are in serious trouble. So for those of you when they talk say Senator Natasha was with Senator for where Senator Natasha will be okay. She's an elite. She even fought to win her election to come to that Senate. The problem when Natasha they talk so it concern me and you average Nigerian pass Senator Natasha, but you do not know a situation where National Assembly was supposed to carry out oversight. Checks and balance over other arms of government have been completely hijacked when there is no meaningful opposition. The senator from Abuja, Senator Ireti, she said that the Senate is not opposition friendly. You know the meaning of that? That is why Nigeria can never move forward. Normally, we they hear now say Nigeria, see the people they post picture, we stand with Senator Natasha. No, Nigeria, we must leave social media talk about problem and put up a physical presence to exercise our fundamental democratic rights to peaceful assembly in that National Assembly, to demand for better governance and for the right thing to be done. Senate said they don't go on break, say they go resume on Monday, be Tuesday. On a normal day, to say Nigerians, we love ourselves. As they resume for that place, Akpabio and other senators supposed to meet all of us at the gates of the National Assembly. Yes, because that National Assembly is not Akpabio's house. It's not any senator's house. It is the people's parliament where we send leaders for our own good. And we must be able to hold them accountable without fear. Akpabio is not God now. No, he's not. Senator Akpabio is like other senators that were voted in. They only choose him to be their Senate president. So for those of you when they talk, say Senator Natasha is rude, there is procedure, there is standing order, listen to me very attentively. On that particular day when Senator Natasha they shout order 10, order 10, order 11, which is her own order as her privilege as a senator. The Senate President Akpabio been they talk, his mic was on. Go and watch the video. If they tell them already, say prepare her for suspension, let the sergeant at arms take her out. So even before they send her to go committee on ethics, the Senate President don't already put her for suspension. So less than 24 hours later, the committee only came back to talk what the Senate President has already said. So the Senate President is the constituted authority, and that is the kind of injustice where you support. Because you are from a party or you are from a state, you should be ashamed of yourself for your ignorance. According to other options where they the list where they bring out from the committee, her security should be taken from her. The allowances to her aid should be stopped. Former Senate President Ahmed Lawan, he get up, he talks, say her security should not be withdrawn from her. The Senate President Akpabio say if somebody stopped to be a senator, the security should also be taken. So a suspended senator is no longer a senator for this Nigeria, and that is the injustice you are supporting. That injustice is big enough to go round. It go touch you. Now say you no. And then, if you want to talk about you, those of now they tell there are procedures in the National Assembly. She was rude. She has 6 children. No worry. Now ourselves we they set up. Let me remind you of when Senate been don't get orders for themselves. 2020, when the court been sentenced one senator with the former governor to prison for 12 years for stealing money from his own state. According to them, the 6 months where he say he do for prison before he goes to Supreme Court where overturn the ruling. Did they withdraw the allowances of the senator? Was his seat declared vacant? What was the standing order to take care of that one? Oh, so Senate standing order don't know how to take care of the criminals amongst them. It only knows how to victimize opposition and women who they think that are defenseless. You should be ashamed of yourself and disappointed in yourself for your ignorance and supporting injustice. 2018, a senator from Delta Central, he made comment for National Assembly. They suspend him. He goes to Supreme Court overturn and they suspend him for 90 days. Supreme Court said the suspension is illegal. When he go back, according to the senators and police will later carry him, elite thugs enter National Assembly, go hijack mace, the symbol of authority. Now the next day they go pick him for Abuja City Gate. What was the punishment? Well, if you don't know the punishment, by 2019, they vote him in as deputy Senate president. That is standing order people. We get standing at the sleeping order. Every year for 2 years now, when President Tinubu go National Assembly to submit budget, Senate chairman, who is Akpabio, they go lead other lawmakers to they sing on their mandate they stand. Is the Senate, is the National Assembly, the APC secretariat, are all Nigerians in the same party. So which day Akpabio will suspend himself? My dear Nigerians, if you do not get up and go for us to come together and fight, my own concern is, as we talk about Natasha, we must be talking about electoral reform to overhaul and sanitize the criminal INEC, because if not for the criminal INEC and corrupt judiciary, most of the lawmakers and the senators where they Abuja, they will not be there in the first place. So now this Lagos idea, the day when we're ready to mobilize, say we want to go and demand electoral reform and for the right thing to be done, the transport people carry me, we are ready to borrow them, because we must overhaul that entire system. So my dear people, as we they talk, so me as I did, so nobody the one way they go come, they tell say, hey, be careful, Peter. My name is Peter for Nigeria, Peter the Rock. Nobody fits to me. The almighty hand of God is upon me. To ask for good governance is not a crime. This Nigeria I live here, I know here. I'm not better than people where they prison, people where don't die. I'm not better than anybody. I have a God-given mandate to stand up for the truth and what I believe is right, and we must do that. That mandate, God willing, it must be established. The protest will be led by known faces, not the unknown faces where police carry them, nothing go do, until we get that courage to come out in our number and go and demand for what is right. Let me tell you, the pain is only getting started. The problem just the begin. The situation will get worse and worse, and there is no end in sight. So we are our only help. No rescue, they come from anywhere. Let us rescue ourselves from the hands of our oppressors. God bless you and God bless Nigeria.
So guys, what do you think about those things that have been said? Because to me, I think I will keep on saying it, that the Senate president should also be suspended until proven not guilty. Because there's no way you be accused of sexual harassment, and then because you think that you are the Senate president, you thought that you can just carry out the judgment by yourself. It does not seem right, and it does not follow the constitution. And the Senate president or the Senate are actually not abiding by the rules and regulations. Because why will you be suspending people that comes out to speak the truth? You suspended Setolengi because he exposed the people of budget pardon. You suspended Setondume for saying the truth. So you want the senators to just keep quiet and allow you guys to pad the budget and continue looting public funds. It does not make any sense. Like I said, justice must be served. I don't know whether she's right or she's wrong, but I'm saying that for her to accuse Akpabio is not just a mere accusation. There should be a thorough investigation to be sure that this man is not guilty. Then he can assume his office. But for now, he shouldn't be on that seat. That's my own problem. Akpabio shouldn't be on that Senate seat as the president until proven not guilty. Because I know you tell me that you are accused of sexual harassment, and then they swept it under the rug without any investigation. And then some other senators are even supporting Akpabio that he did the right thing. I don't care whether who is wrong or who is right. So far that you've been accused, there should be a thorough investigation to be sure that this thing you did is, or this thing they're accusing you of, is not true but lie. Then you can clear the air. Because ever since they've been accusing him, he has never come out to say one thing. He just went to say meeting and say that you are thereby suspended for 6 months. Yeah. That was the only thing he did. At least come out and clear the air if truly you are not guilty of what you are accused of. But this is Nigeria, where the rich or the higher ones get away with their crimes. The same thing that Yaya Bello is passing now. He is passing, or let's say he is escaping his punishment because he looted 82 billion naira, but he's yet to be arrested because what is among the elites in Nigeria. Like I said, this country is for two: elites and the poor. If you are the poor, sorry, we have a lot to face in this country. If you are the elite, you have your way through to do anything you want. So I'll see you guys at AOG in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned, guys.